Welcome to today's hands-free, wrist-safe yoga practice. There will be a slightly shorter version of this practice linked in the description below if you would prefer that. So let's go ahead and get started. So begin in a comfortable seated position. And we'll just start by coming into stillness by closing the eyes. Keeping the spine straight but relaxed, letting the shoulders fall away from the ears, and just taking a few moments to focus on your breath. Go ahead and slowly open your eyes. And we'll start with some shoulder rolls. So just sending the shoulders up to the ears, back and down. Inhale on the way up. Exhale on the way down. And then go ahead, switch directions. Coming up, forward and down. Inhale on the way up. Exhale on the way down. Let the hands rest on the thighs. Inhale here. Exhale, drop the chin to the chest. Inhale, right ear to right shoulder. Breathe here. Last inhale. Exhale, chin to chest. Inhale, left ear to left shoulder. Last inhale. Exhale, chin to chest, and then bring the gaze forward. Remain in your comfortable cross-legged position, but I'm going to shift to the side here, and we'll move into some cat-cow seated. So inhale, bring the chest forward, lift the tailbone and the chin. Exhale, round the back, tucking the chin. Inhale to lift. Exhale to round the back. Do this a few more times at your own pace. And come back to center. From here, take the left sole of the foot, place it on the ground, and the right foot will remain underneath the left leg. Inhale and engage the core. Press the left foot and the right leg into the ground. Lift the hips and come up onto the right knee. And you're in a 90-90 position here. So just adjust yourself as you need to get into your 90-90 position. You may stay here with the hands resting on the thigh and aiming the tailbone down, or you can go ahead and begin to shift forward into your low lunge. Breathe here. From here, let the left hand graze the floor or a block. Raise the right arm, reach over to the left. Breathe. Last inhale. Exhale, bring the right fingertips to the mat, shift the hips back, lift the toes, left toes toward the ceiling, straightening the leg for half split. I'm having trouble with my words today. Breathe. Last breath here. And then find your 90-90 position again. Make a slight adjustment with the right foot so that it's aiming a little bit towards the left, and then just slowly send the hips back down to the ground. And we'll do that on the other side. So right sole of the foot to the ground, left foot is under the right leg. Engage the core, press into the right foot and the left leg, lift the hips. Adjust so that you're in your 90-90 position. And remember, you can stay here with the tailbone aiming toward the ground, or you can go ahead and sink down into a low lunge. Breathe. Last breath here. Take the right fingertips to graze a block or the mat. Lift the left arm and reach over to the right. Last breath here. Take the left fingertips to the mat, send the hips back, straighten the right leg, and point the right toes toward the ceiling, half split. Last breath here. And then adjust the right leg to come back into your 90-90 position. Hands can be on the hips. Tuck the left toes. Inhale. Exhale, lift the back knee, high lunge. Breathing here. Last inhale. Exhale, drag the left toes up the mat to meet the right foot, mountain pose. Take a breath. Inhale, raise the arms overhead. Exhale, fold forward. Take a breath. Inhale, roll back up to standing. Send the left toes back behind you again to find your high lunge. Raise the arms overhead. Breathe here. Last inhale. Exhale, spin the back heel down toward the mat, open up the chest, warrior two. Gaze is over the right fingertips. Last inhale. Exhale, straighten the right leg. Bring the hands to the hips. Go ahead and adjust the right foot so that the toes are facing the long end of the mat. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, fold forward. wide-legged forward fold. Hands can be resting on a block or the mat. Last breath here. And then slowly roll back up to stand. Place the hands on the hips. Point the left toes toward the back of the mat. Pivot toward the back. Find your high lunge on the left. Breathe here. Wobbling around is okay. Last inhale. Exhale, drag the right toes up to meet the left foot, mountain pose. Take a breath. And then inhale, raise the arms overhead. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, come back up to stand. And then send the right toes back again, finding your high lunge on the left. Raise the arms overhead. Breathe. Last breath here. Spin the right heel down to the mat, open up the chest. Warrior two on the left. Gaze is over the left fingertips. Last inhale. Exhale, straighten the left leg. Adjust the toes so that they're facing the long end of the mat and you're in your wide-legged stance. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, fold forward. Hands can be resting on blocks or the mat. Last breath here. And then inhale, slowly come back up to stand. Place the hands on the hips. Adjust the right toes so that they face the top of the mat. And then find your mountain pose. Take a breath here. Inhale, raise the arms overhead. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, come to stand. Exhale, send the hips down and back, arms overhead, chair pose. Take a couple of breaths here. Last inhale. Exhale, send the left toes back behind you, high lunge. Take a breath. Spin the left heel down, open up, warrior two on the right. Gaze is over the right hand. Breathe here. Allow the left hand to rest on the left thigh. Right palm faces up toward the ceiling. Inhale here. Exhale, send the right arm up and over, reverse warrior. Breathe. Last inhale. Exhale, come back to warrior two. Straighten the right leg. Come to face the long end of your mat. Legs stay wide, but toes face out this time. Hands can be at the waist or in prayer pose. Inhale. Exhale, lower the hips, goddess. Breathe. Last inhale. Exhale, straighten the legs, pivot the feet toward the back of the mat, and then find your mountain pose. Take a breath. Inhale, raise the arms overhead. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, come back to stand, raise the arms overhead. Exhale, shift the hips down and back, chair pose. Take a couple of breaths here. Last inhale. Exhale, step the right toes back, find your high lunge on the left. Take a breath here. And then spin the right heel down, open up, warrior two on the left. Breathe here. Let the right hand rest on the right thigh. Left palm faces up. Inhale. Exhale, left arm up and over, reverse warrior. Breathe. Last inhale. Exhale, warrior two. Straighten the left leg, hands to the hips, adjust the feet so that you are now facing the long end of your mat. Toes are pointed out. Inhale, exhale, lower into goddess. Breathe. Aiming the knees back so they're not collapsing in. Last inhale. Exhale, straighten the legs, pivot the toes toward the top of the mat. Find your mountain pose. Take a breath. Inhale, raise the arms overhead. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, come back up to stand, raise the arms overhead, shift back, chair pose. Take a couple of breaths here. Last inhale. Exhale, send the left toes back. Find your high lunge on the right. Take a breath. Open up, warrior two. Breathe here. Let the left hand rest on the left leg. Right arm up and over, reverse warrior. Breathe. Inhale, come back up. Place the right forearm on the right thigh. Sweep the left arm in front of the body and up. Breathe. Lower the left arm, come back to stand, straightening the right leg, and adjust again to find the long end of your mat. Toes face out, hands to the hips, lower down into goddess. Breathe. Last inhale. Exhale, straighten the legs, pivot around to find the back of your mat, and mountain pose. Take a breath here. Inhale, raise the arms overhead. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, come to stand, raise the arms overhead, shift back, chair pose. Breathe here. Last inhale. Exhale, send the right toes back long behind you, high lunge. Take a breath. And then open up into warrior two. Breathe here. Let the right hand rest on the right thigh, left palm faces up, send the arm up and over, reverse warrior. Breathe. Inhale, come back, warrior two. Take a breath. And then send the left forearm down to the left leg. Sweep the right arm forward and up so the chest is pointing straight ahead. Breathe. Last inhale. Exhale, sweep the right arm back down. Come to stand facing the long end of the mat. Toes facing out. Drop the hips, goddess pose. Last inhale. Exhale, straighten the legs, pivot around to find the front of your mat, and step into mountain pose. Take a breath here. Inhale, pull the left knee into the chest. You can hold on to the leg if needed. Balance here for a moment. Last inhale. Exhale, send the left toes back behind you. Place the toes on the ground, spin the heel down so that it's on the mat and the left foot is at an angle. Straighten the right leg. Inhale, lift and lengthen the chest. Exhale, fold over the right leg. Hands can be resting on the ground or on blocks. Let the head and neck remain loose and relaxed. Breathe. Last inhale. Exhale, from here, walk the hands and toes around to face the long end of the mat. You're still in your wide-legged stance. Inhale here. Exhale, find your wide-legged forward fold. Breathe. Inhale, slowly roll back up to standing. Hands can be on the hips. And then pivot around to find the back of your mat and step into your mountain pose. Take a breath here. Inhale, lift the right leg or right knee to the chest. You can hold on to the leg. Breathe here, finding balance. Last inhale. Exhale, send the right toes back behind you, place them on the ground. Spin the right heel down so that it's on the mat and the foot is at an angle. Straighten the left leg. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, fold over the left leg. Breathing here. Neck is relaxed. Shoulders are falling away from the ears. Last breath here. And on an exhale, pivot around to face the long end of the mat. Toes are facing forward. You're in your wide-legged stance. Inhale. Exhale, find your forward fold. Last breath here. And on an inhale, slowly roll back up to standing. Pivot the toes around to find the top of the mat, and then step into your mountain pose. Take a breath here. Inhale, pull the left knee into the chest, raise the arms overhead. Balance. Last inhale. Exhale, send the chest forward and the leg behind you for warrior three. Balance here for a couple of breaths. Last inhale. Exhale, let the left toes find the ground. Open up into warrior two. And then straighten the right leg. Adjust the feet just a slight bit so that the stance is a little narrower than a normal warrior. Send the arms back out to the side. Shift the hips to the left, and then let the right arm rest anywhere on the right leg. Left arm is straight up toward the ceiling. Gaze can be at the floor or the ceiling. Last breath here. On an inhale, come back up. Adjust the feet so that you're facing the long end of your mat. Toes face out. Drop the hips, goddess. Breathe. Last inhale. Exhale, straighten the legs, pivot the toes around to find the back of your mat. Step into mountain pose. Take a breath here. Inhale, raise the arms, lift the right knee into the chest. Balance. Last inhale. Exhale, send the chest forward, the foot back, coming into warrior three. Last inhale. Exhale, drop the right toes, find the mat, come into your high lunge. Take a breath. Open up to warrior on the left. Straighten the left leg, adjust the feet just a little bit to shorten the stance. Send the hips to the right. Reach out with the left hand, let it drop towards the leg. Right arm is up toward the ceiling. Gaze is at the floor or the right hand. Triangle pose. Last inhale. Exhale. And inhale, come back up to stand. Adjust so that you're facing the long end of the mat. Toes face out. Drop the hips, goddess. Breathe. Last inhale. Exhale, straighten the legs, pivot around to find the top of your mat, stepping into your mountain pose. Take a breath. From here, step the feet a little bit wider than hip width apart. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, fold forward. Stay here for a couple of breaths. And then slowly keep your feet where they are, but let the toes point out. From here, let your hands rest lightly on the mat or a pair of blocks, and then slowly begin to lower the hips to find your yogi squat. So hands can remain here, resting on the mat, or you can bring them into prayer. We'll take a few breaths here. Trying to keep the chest lifted and gaze straight ahead. Last inhale. Exhale, slowly let the hips find the ground. Let the soles of the feet rest on the floor, and we'll make our way into boat pose. So slowly rock back onto the sits bones. Inhale, lift the chest, prepare. Exhale, lift the feet so that the shins are parallel with the ceiling. Arms reaching straight ahead. Breathe. You also have the option to straighten the legs. Last inhale. Exhale, let the soles of the feet find the ground. Open up the knees, butterfly. Shake the legs out. Soles of the feet are touching. And we'll do that 2 more times. So bring the soles of the feet back to the ground. Inhale, rock back on the sits bones, prepare. Exhale, lift the toes, reach forward with the fingertips. Chest is lifting. Last inhale. Exhale, let the soles of the feet find the ground. Let the knees fall out to the side, butterfly. Shake the legs out. Last time, inhale to prepare. Exhale, find your boat pose. Last inhale. Exhale, let the soles of the feet find the ground, drop the knees out, shake it out. Go ahead and straighten the legs out long in front of you. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, send the chest forward, aim the tailbone back, forward fold. Let the neck stay neutral. And hands can be resting anywhere on your thighs, shins, or on the floor. Breathing deeply. Last breath here. And inhale, lift the chest. Pull the right knee into the chest. Wrap the left arm around the right knee. Right fingertips rest on the mat behind you. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, twist to the right. Breathe. Gaze is over the right shoulder. Last inhale. Exhale, come back to center. Send the right leg back out long and pull the left knee into the chest. Wrap the right arm around the left leg. Left fingertips are resting behind you on the mat. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist to the left. Gaze can be over the left shoulder. Last inhale. Exhale, come back to center. Place both soles of the feet onto the ground and make your way into a reclined position. Pull the feet in towards the hips. Hands are resting down beside you on the floor. We'll move into bridge pose. So take an inhale here. Exhale, press the feet into the ground, tuck the tailbone, lift the hips. Breathe. Last inhale. Exhale, lower the hips. And we'll do that 2 more times. So inhale to prepare. Exhale, press the feet into the ground, lift the hips. Last inhale. Exhale, lower. Last time, inhale to prepare. Exhale, lift the hips, pressing the feet into the ground. And breathe. Last inhale. And exhale, lower the hips. Take the arms out into a T shape or goalpost arms. Take the right ankle to the left knee. And then let the legs drop over to the left. And gaze can shift over to the right. Breathing here. Last inhale. Exhale, come back to center and switch sides. So left ankle to the right knee, and then let the feet and legs drop over to the right, and head can shift to the left. Breathe. Last inhale. And come back to center. Take the legs out long, a bit wider than the hips. Let the feet fall out to the sides. Arms resting down beside you with the palms facing up. Final resting pose, or Shavasana. And just allow your body to be held by the floor. And let the breath lengthen and deepen. Slowly begin to bend the knees, letting the soles of the feet find the ground. Rest here for a moment. Pull the knees into the chest. And then rock over onto one side. And press your way back up to a seated pose. Leaving the eyes closed if it's comfortable for you. And we'll spend a last few moments here in stillness and silence before heading out to the rest of the day. Take a deep inhale through the nose, and then exhale through the nose or mouth. 2 more times. Inhale through the nose, and exhale through the nose or mouth. Last time, inhale through the nose, and let it go. Slowly open your eyes. Thank you for practicing with me today. Bye.